Jay, Matt, how about your numbers?
Well,
We've got your number.
I'm relieved now because I can throw away my LG flip phone box from 1994. I've been holding on to it, not sure, when is the time.
Time to say goodbye. You're going to have brand new drawers everywhere. It's going to be great.
Yeah. My hoarding days are behind me. Speaking of hoarding, how'd you like that to be your weather word today?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my family history. I'm like, listen,
No,
there's some
of
boxes
course
we need
not.
to get rid of. But okay, yeah, we could get hoarding into the forecast.
Hoarding.
Okay, right. We're going to be real careful with that. Gee, I just noticed this. This is so cool. Looking out over the lake, there's your boat. But notice the clouds. You can see the rain falling. There's rain falling out towards the north, so you can see where it kind of turns darker gray.
Wow.
Might not be able to pick that up at home, but here you can see it. Pretty neat. And look, it's bug season. They're floating around.
There's a fly on our camera.
Boy, we're about 12 degrees away from mid-season around here, so we'll see what happens with that water temperature. All right, as we like to do at the beginning of the month, I mean, we're April 3rd now, but save us the weekend. I'd like to get to know the month. Where are we now? Where are we going? So right now, our average high is 55 degrees. By the end of the month, our average high way up to 66. Notice the average low kind of following suit. It's a rainy month. We average about 4 inches of rainfall in terms of snowfall. Not much more. We average about 10% more of our snowfall this year, and hopefully we don't have to deal with that. But again, the average is 2.7. And we continue to gain daylight, an hour and 16 minutes of daylight gained by the end of the month. We're going to have a sunset later this month around 8:30, sunrise around 6:30. So really starting to notice that daylight increase. And the first month with highs in the 70s is typically last month. April is the first month where we typically get 80-degree temperatures. 90s in May? No, it's not till June typically, but we've had 90s in May as well. But we really start to warm this month, and that's one of the things you've already noticed outside. Notice what we have, though. 50s off towards the lakeshore counties. We're still in the mid and upper 60s down towards the south. There's a boundary sitting right over northeast Ohio right now. You can see it with the wind. We've got a northerly component mixing with the southerly component, and that boundary is going to play a crucial role in our forecasts over the next couple days. It lies right about here where we go from 70s to 50s. That's that boundary between warmth and even humidity as you get down towards the deep south and the cooler air off towards the north. And we're going to kind of play with that the next couple days. It's going to kind of waffle back and forth over us. And then eventually a big old low is going to kick this warm air out towards the east by Wednesday. And that's where our severe weather threat is that we talked about. But in the meantime, we've got that boundary sitting here. Moisture overruns it. So we do have some moisture out towards the north. Detroit getting some heavier rain at the moment. You can see some of that rain we saw in the CSU cam out over the lake. That will head into Lake Ashtabula, Geauga County here over the next hour. So a little bit of a wet evening out there. But by and large, most of this will be off towards our north as we go over the evening. So that's not too bad. And out towards the west, not much going on, or is there? Big old low pressure heading down towards the Four Corners region. This will create blizzard conditions on the northern end. Boy, what a winter for the Dakotas. Watch how this evolves. We play with this boundary tonight. Rain mainly off towards the north. And then here comes this low. This thing's going to be a powerhouse low, much like the last couple weekends. We're going to see severe weather outbreak likely tomorrow up in the northern plains and the Midwest. And then eventually all that translates out towards the east. The other thing you notice, all these white lines, the isobars lining up with way down towards the south. That is going to bring some real true warmth around here, especially by Wednesday. So severe weather tomorrow. It's going to be a pretty doozy of a storm system out towards areas that just got hit over the course of the last couple days. All that translates east. Still some question with how this evolves on Wednesday, but bottom line, we're going to have heat around here. We're going to have humidity. It's going to feel humid on Wednesday, and that'll be enough to kick off some potentially some strong to severe storms. Your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Most of the rain stays north tonight. We're not cold tonight. We settle back into the 40s. Clouds will be with us tonight, and clouds will be with us for a good portion of the day tomorrow. Remember that boundary's still here, so we'll likely stay cooler along our lakeshore counties. And very similar, we're up into the 60s south. Wednesday's when we start to get under the influence of that storm system coming in from the west, so we'll have a real strong south flow. Look at this, Wednesday morning, we're still mainly dry, but we're already starting our day in the low to mid 60s. That will be a nice springboard for the afternoon where we make it in the 70s. It seems like areas down in southern Ohio have been hoarding all of this warmth over the course of the spring. No longer, my friends. Look at that. Upper 70s. Look, 82 says our model in the Cleveland area on Wednesday afternoon. Here come your storm chances in the afternoon. Again, we'll fine-tune the timing and strength of that as we go over the next 24 hours. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast. Temperatures turn cooler Thursday, but not cold. Friday for the Guards home opener. Looking good. Sunshine, little on the chilly side. And then we warm up like nothing happened. Beautiful Easter weekend out ahead of us. I mean, we're talking mid-60s on Easter Sunday, and not too bad on Saturday either. Feels like we've kind of turned the corner, but again, April can giveth and taketh away very quickly, as we saw there in Get to Know April.
She can be cruel. We've seen it. We've seen it. Matt, thank you. Appreciate it.